Oh, I'm definitely serious about, I told you, man, about cooking. And how I got into it is there was a resurgence. The one guy's talking about the pandemic, that was good too for cooking shows and stuff. But around the time, around the time of Y2K, like I'm always talking about, that's how I got into cooking. It was from, there was a resurgence of that shit on TV, Nick at Night, Food Network, Travel Channel, all that. And now I collect recipes in my head, but I'm buying a book soon where I'm gonna write down my recipes, which are just some I made up and others I got from other people that I embellished on. Never steal them directly. And one of the greatest, my favorite of all time is besides the obvious ones, besides the Galpin Gourmet and Julia Childs and people like that is one of the best modern ones. Alton Brown, fucking genius. He had the TV show Good Eats. And if you were to hire a cook, wouldn't you want to hire Alton Brown? You know what I mean? Like you wake up with your girl and you want French toast. Alton will get some Texas toast. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the custard. He could put nutmeg, cinnamon on it. He'll use honey. I'll use honey and vanilla extract. He'll put it in there. Big thick bread. Take out your griddle, your electric griddle. You start frying the French toast. Take it out of the griddle. Bathe it again. This is how I do it. Bathe it again in custard, the egg and milk. Roll the French toast in crushed frosted fucking flakes. Now put it into the oven. And he didn't give this part out, but you're supposed to put a little on a pan sheet with just a little bit of milk at the bottom. You put it in put it into the oven. It crisps up beautifully. At that point, I would just break out the Nutella, melt Nutella on it as well. Throw some fucking some type of Cool Whip on there. You give that to your girlfriend and she'll never forget it. Holy fucking shit, this was like baked off. This was like fucking French toast from heaven. Yeah, just glazed in some Nutella and frosted flakes. It's the best recipe fucking ever. Could you imagine if you had to live... A lot of people out in California grew up with they're rich people. They don't cook. They don't know what that is. Why would they ever be called dead cooking unless they have an interest in it, like painting or music? They'll buy a record. They'll buy a piece of art. I can cook like that. So when I hire a cook, he's gonna be like Elvis's cook. He's gonna be like Alton Brown. You know what I'm saying? And the best recipe I've told you about 4 times already. It's cooking a baked ham. Me and my girl want baked ham tonight. Cook it in Dr. Pepper, brown sugar, cloves, put some pineapples on it, crusted baked ham in Dr. Pepper and graham cracker crust. Oh my fucking God. You know what I'm saying? You gotta buy his recipes now, which is like, makes sense for me because that's not an ordinary cook. You know what I'm saying? That's like if I was to give, well, I do. I give guitar lessons like Alton Brown gives cooking lessons. You know, if you should try to go back and if you like cooking and get all those Good Eats episodes, because that motherfucker is a scientist, an artist, and a genius. And he's got a new show on YouTube I was just looking at, and it's got like this Coltrane music in the background. It's so fucking relaxing. I wish it was like an hour long now. But yeah, me, Ted, and Renee used to sit around and just that's the only time we would get quiet is when Good Eats came on, Alton Brown, and he'd start cooking, and we'd all be just fixated on the TV, like, look at this motherfucker, MacGyver of food, of tasty, genius food. You know what I'm saying? So I'm stealing that recipe and I'm gonna embellish it. I remember seeing it years ago and it hit me like a lightning bolt. I mean, that's if you come to me for guitar lessons, I'll teach you how to make French toast like that. I'll teach you how to use your pentatonic scale like it was French toast. The best you ever had. You know what I mean? The best motherfucking French toast you ever fucking had. And the thing is, it's so simple that anybody can do it. You know? Yeah, but with recipes like that, you know, I would definitely be trying to sell them, or at least subscribe to the channel. You got to give the guy something. I wish I don't know what Food Network is doing now. I wish they were still going and rocking and rolling like they used to be. The shit, you know, some of the shows were just filler and fluff, but you know, when Alton or Emerald came on, you knew you was fucking with lightning then. You know? But that goddamn Alton Brown flavor, let me tell you, you and your girl go on a date, or if you're trying to impress your girl, make her that shit. This is fucking good. I'm starting to get a nice little recipe book in my head, and I'm starting to think that it needs to be transcribed into a book. I'm gonna buy a book and do that. That ain't your dad's French toast. That you know what I'm saying? That's some Alton Brown. Good eats. Good motherfucking eats.